Hello, Scrapbookers! I'm Megan and I am back today with a new little series. So, although I have noticed a lot of people doing a lot of album series lately, whether they're sharing albums or showing how they organize their albums and their layouts and everything. So, I've actually been thinking about doing this for a while, so I figured I would just jump on the bandwagon. Hence this new series that I am going to be doing. I haven't decided when I'm going to post this video, so when you guys see it, it might be just some random day in the middle of the week. But anyway, I am still working on 2017. It has been my goal to finish my 2017 albums. And yes, I said albums plural for probably 3 years. 2 years, maybe. I kind of worked a little bit on the album in 2018, I think. That was the first year that I started. And then really in 2019, I really started to ramp it up how much I was working on this album. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the year 2017. I just am. And I really would like to finish it. So that is one of my biggest goals this year, to actually finish this album. I just sent off a Shutterfly order to finish out the 2017 year. So I have some photos from, I think, the end of August, or not the end, the middle of August, because for some reason I printed the first week of August, because that was the week that we got Piper, our girl dog. And then I printed like the last 2 weeks of August, or the last week, but I didn't print the middle chunk. So I just sent off to print those, and there's not very many, but then there's a ton of these because this was when we got Piper. So I have a ton of these left. So this is this says July album, but I think it's the end of July, beginning of August. So I'm going to kind of show you what I have so far. So this is Brennan's birthday, which is July 25th. He had some friends over. And then Tinian's birthday is 2 days after Brennan's birthday. So Brennan's is on the 25th, Tinian's is on the 27th. So we took them out to dinner to celebrate both of them on Brennan's birthday. And he got to spend some time with some friends. Tinian also had a little get together with some of his friends. And then we drove to Boise because Jonas was going to camp and he was leaving for camp on Tinian's birthday. So we drove over, I think, the night of the 26th. That's what the journaling says. We drove to Boise on the 26th and had a few hours to play with Grandma and Papa. The boys loved looking at Grandma's scrapbooks. So there's a photo of that, which you can't really see because I don't have a big enough camera. And then I love this photo. Mark's dad was showing Tinian his new Apple Watch because they always have to get the new Apple products. And then this is the morning of Jonas going to camp. This is Jonas ready for camp. And so this is kind of, I have recently finished all of these. I will have videos up on my YouTube channel for these 2 pocket pages. This was for a Page Maps collaboration. I think this was last year. These are on my YouTube channel as well. Most of these layouts in this album are on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to link to them. I will try. But yeah, this is still to this day one of my favorite layouts. I absolutely love this layout. And I actually found another picture from his camp group that I'm so excited that I found it. I was going through all of the pictures. Okay, so I'm missing, I think, a little bit more of our time with his parents and his sister and everything. So I think I'm going to do a pocket page spread of just whatever extra photos I have from that trip. And then Jonas came home. Aha, I knew there was more photos. Okay, so I have these photos that go right after this. And then I have photos that I just printed off of Jonas coming home, us picking him up, and how happy we were all to see him. And then I think our last day with his family in Boise, which I will probably put, I don't know why I have so many pocket pages in here that are empty. So I'll probably put those photos on that page. When I get those photos, I will probably end up coming on here and showing you how, like, I go through the process of adding the photos into my albums, because that's the way that I do it, is I add my photos into my albums after I get them. And like here you can see, this is a picture of Piper, and this is before she was our dog. This is the photo that Mark found on Craigslist of Piper, and I have a text conversation of them, you know, texting us about her. And so I'm going to make a layout once I get the text conversation photo that I printed off. I'm going to make a layout, and so what I do, the ones that I want to make into layouts, I will just stick that specific photo in a pocket or in a page. And if there's a layout on the other side, there is, or if there's two photos back to back, sometimes, especially when I'm first starting an album, that's what it looks like. This is going to be a page of how much Max loved copying Piper. And sorry, my supplies are getting everywhere. So that is probably going to be the last layout of this album. And then I'm going to do, and I'll show you, I have all of these photos here. So I'm going to show you how I kind of go through the process of adding them. If this is completely boring to you, tell me and I won't do this ever again, because I want you guys to be, you know, happy with my videos and everything. But if you like this, I will keep doing videos like this, because I kind of feel like it helps knowing that others are working on their pages. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like I just watched Sandy's, who is State Goddess here on YouTube. I just watched her album video. I'll try to link it here. But I just watched her putting away her layouts for like 45 minutes. And seriously, it was such a satisfying video to watch, because she was accomplishing something, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Tell me if you're like me and you like watching people accomplish. Like, I can sit and watch people making layouts all day long, and I love it. But it just feels so much more accomplishing, even if I'm just sitting and watch someone putting layouts in a scrapbook. I just feel so good. I don't know why. Okay, so these photos are really fun to me. So Max is not he's a friendly dog, but he doesn't like people coming into his space, and he doesn't especially like other dogs coming into his space, and his home is his space, right? That's a normal dog thing, and I totally get it. So when we got Piper, I brought her home. Mark had her Max, in the backyard, and I brought Piper back through the gate in our backyard, because we thought if we brought her in through the front door, Max might, you know, freak out. And at least if he's in the backyard, then there's this wide open space that they can have their own space, right? That's what our thinking was. Max was not happy at all, at all. He kept, you know, barking at her. He would settle down, and then he would like growl at her, and she was seriously so oblivious. Like, she was just happy, you know, to be running around having a huge yard. Like, she had, I'm kind of torn about her story, because I'm going to do a bunch of journaling on here. So I think I'm just going to leave these two pockets open. And whenever I do something like this, there's always room for change. So if I decide I only want to do these 6 photos, I can take these two and put them somewhere else, or I can just completely take them out of the album altogether. I don't have to use every single photo, and I do that a lot. Sometimes I just put photos aside and I decide to use them at a later time. Okay, so this photo actually needs a layout. So I'm gonna grab one of these, let's see, and I don't have a title for it. I know that I want the theme to be like the new girl or something, talking about how, hey, I live in a house full of boys and now I have an animal that's a girl. And even though it's an animal, it's exciting to me because it's another girl. So then these are just gonna go back here. I took a ton of photos, and see, these photos could all kind of go on the same layout. So I think, and when I go and make that layout of Piper and me together, I will decide whether I want to add these extra photos or not. But I'm just gonna stick them in there for now. And that's kind of just how I do this process when I get my photos, is I go through them, stick them into pocket pages, and then as I'm scrapbooking, that's when I decide, okay, do I really want all of these photos, you know, to be in this pocket page, or do I want to do a layout? And I reassess things. And a lot of times I take them out and I move them around and I make new pages and just lots of different things. So I want to keep all of the photos from the night we got her together. So I was telling you the story about how, I forgot to keep going. So her history kind of baffles me. Because she is the sweetest dog. And the reason her owners, when we got her, she was she was over a year old. Yeah. And her owners said that they wanted her to be a hunting dog, but she doesn't like loud noises. And so, you know, she would run away when they would try to take her hunting. So obviously, if they're hunters and they wanted a hunting dog, they're not going to want a dog like Piper, because she is very afraid of loud noises. Like, even sometimes if, you know, Mark talks really loud or yells at the kids or something, like, she will run away in fear. And it's not like Mark does that a lot. I do it sometimes too, and she runs away from me. It's just the loudness. She doesn't like loudness. Like, 4th of July is the worst day of her life every year. And it's just so sad because she will just sit there and just shake, like visibly shake. And it's the saddest thing ever. So, and I'm not sure when the owners got her, and if it's like they scared her or something and they caused her to be afraid of this, you know, loud noises. I don't know. But I'm not very fond of her previous owners, because there are some things about them. They had all male dogs. She was not fixed, and they just left her with all of the male dogs. So guess who got pregnant before she was a year old? Yep, Piper did. She had a litter of puppies before she was a year old. And that just makes me so sad, because, I mean, this poor girl, like, literally, they had like 8 other male dogs. Maybe it was 6. I don't know. It was some exorbitant amount, and they just stuck her out in the pen with these other dogs. So, of course, she got pregnant, you know? Like, it's so sad. And they talked to us about how she would, you know, come inside and she would cuddle up with them, and, you know, she loved being on the couch and being with her people. But honestly, I think they were talking it up. I think she was an outside dog, because all of their other dogs were outside dogs, and they told us this. And so I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they brought her in every once in a while, but I think she was an outdoor dog. And so it makes me kind of sad when I find out history and like owners are just not willing to own up to their suckiness. Like, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. And we've had neglected dogs before, and I'm very glad that our situation with Piper is a lot better. She was able to deal with the neglect that her owners gave her a lot better. And then our dog Sirius, if you don't know about our dog Sirius, to make a long story short, we got him from a nice couple who neglected him. They had him shut downstairs in a very old basement. You know how the basements that you used to just have like your water heater and stuff in, and that's all, and it was just a cement basement. Yeah, so he was a black lab mix, and he was the sweetest thing, seriously, just such a sweetie. And they just stuck him down there, and he wasn't allowed upstairs all the time, you know, and it was just the saddest situation. And we had to put him down because he was neglected so bad that he would attack people when they would come over to our house. And it was scary. He attacked Brennan once, and it was a very just sad situation. So anyway, I don't know how I got onto this conversation. Okay, so now I have all of these other photos. So this is the day after, let's see, this is the day after we got Piper, which was a Saturday. These are all the day after, yeah, because we got her on August 4th. And then this is the next day. And let's see, this is the 6th. So I can, oh, I must have printed those twice. That's, see, I do that a lot too. And this is the 7th. Okay. So these ones, I probably will just grab a bunch of, let's see. Yeah, these are the same photos, right? Yes. So I'll just put this in a pile. And I keep photos because sometimes my boys used to scrapbook. They don't really scrapbook anymore because they're teenagers now and they're too cool to scrapbook. But I was going to try to lose weight. This is August 29th, and it probably lasted like a day. But anyway, so let me grab some more. I don't really like these 4x4 pocket ones. That must be upside down. Yep, it's upside down. That's kind of funny. But I don't know, maybe I should force myself to use these 4x4 pocket ones. I just really don't like them. So I think I'm going to actually pull them out because I don't want to force myself to use those. Okay, so years and years ago, I bought a ton of Project Life variety packs. And I've used up a lot of them, but I have decided to organize them based on what I have left. So the ones that are in here are these two designs. Actually, I think, let's see if I put the right lid on. Yep. Okay, so yeah, so that's those two designs. If it'll focus. It doesn't want to focus. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm losing all my, let's see, I think this is the right one that I want. Yep, here we go. So I absolutely love this design. It is, let me see if I can show you. So I don't know if you can see, but it's got the one 4x6 and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 3x4s. That's the design I absolutely love. So we're going to go through this. I'm going to set these aside, and we are going to start putting in these pockets. I like to save random screenshots like this just to kind of remind me about like conversations that we had, you know, with the kids, because I think that one was something like we were talking about something at dinner time, and so that was the answer that I got from Siri, and so I just took a screenshot of it. Okay, so this is probably going to be a really long video. If you don't like long videos, then I apologize, but I actually really love long videos because I just put it on and I pretend like I'm scrapping virtually with that person. Is that like creepy or weird? I hope not, because that's what I do. And it's funny because my husband and kids will recognize like my scrappy bestie Hannah. They recognize her music immediately. Like, she hasn't really been posting a lot, and then like maybe a month ago she started posting, and so Mark was like so excited to like hear her music again. It was so funny. And whenever I play her videos, he's like, "Is that Hannah?" And it's so funny. He gets crazy excited that I'm watching her videos. I don't know why. Okay. So basically this is just what I do. I get an order of photos and I organize them, put them in the actual album. I cut them up the way that I want them. And a lot of photos are actually taken in my scrap room. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I know. It's kind of sad too, right? No, it's not. My kids are growing up, and Brennan has actually been spending a lot of his time in his room lately and just doesn't want to hang out with us anymore, and we're just, you know, not cool enough for almost 14-year-old Brennan. I can't believe he's almost 14. So here in Idaho, you can start driving when you're 14. You can take driver's ed. You can get your permit and you can start taking lessons when you're 14. We never did it with Jonas. It's kind of pricey. It's $300. And then he started high school this school year that we just finished. He started high school, and we found out that you can do it through the school district, and they actually take it off, take $50 off. And so that was kind of cool to find that out. But then the coronavirus happened, and so it got canceled, which is fine because we didn't really want to, you know, risk anything either. Jonas has, you know, health issues and things, so we just didn't really want to risk anything. So it's fine that they canceled it. But now Jonas is going to be 16 in less than 6 months. His birthday is October 25th, and he doesn't even have a learner's permit, and like most of his friends do. So it's just kind of like, oh dear, you know, like, what do we do with this? And I'm like, well, let's just get him his permit so then we can take him out driving. And my husband's just like, no, I don't want to do that. I want a teacher, you know. And I'm like, we can be his teachers. And Mark is just like, no, I don't want to be his teacher. And I was just like, okay. But I'm thinking maybe we'll sign both Brennan and Jonas up at the same time. Not in the same class, but, you know, have them take it at the same time. It's just $300 is a lot of money to fork over for driving lessons. Something that I can do for my children myself. Okay, so let's see. I have not decided if I want to do a layout of these two photos because I really, really love these two photos. I think I will just grab sorry guys, I keep running off. I think I will just grab another pocket page and I we'll put that in there. If I do end up making a 12 by 12 layout, I'll probably do one for each of them. But I'll just leave them both facing the same way. Okay, then let's see. So I like to look through the next ones and just see what else I have. Now I know that I have, I don't, actually maybe I didn't do a layout. I can't remember if I already did a layout about this. But this I probably want to be on a page by itself. So I will do all of these Tinian with Piper photos, I think, on one pocket page probably. So let's get that going. This is actually too many photos to put in one pocket page. So I might just do 2 pocket pages. And I know some of you are probably like gasping at how many photos I have here. But you know, they make me happy. And that's the reason why we scrapbook, right? To make us happy. So really, the thing with this that takes the longest is just cutting the photos apart. So this is how I like to print my photos off, is I will put them on, most of the time, I will print 2 on one 4x6. And I use a photo collage app called Live Collage. I will try to leave a link below if I remember. I should write down all of these things that I need to remember to link to. But that's what I do just to make my life easier, and it also makes it cheaper to print off all the photos because I love taking photos. So that's how I deal with the cost of being a scrapbooker. I make my photos small. Okay, 2 more left. Let's just do these 2 together, because I am getting bored of this. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I had so many pictures of the dogs this month, and it happens sometimes. I've noticed lately, especially now that I'm like working and I'm not home all day every day, I take a lot more photos of the dogs than I do of my kids, which is might be sad, but I don't know, I don't really see my kids a lot, because I'm at work and then I come home and I have to do a million things, and so I don't always see them. And plus, they're teenagers. They don't really want to spend their whole day with their mom, right? Okay, so we'll put these 2 down here, and then let's see. So these ones were taken like this, and I know they look the same, but they're not. These 2 kind of look almost exactly the same. So I will decide if I want to keep them. I probably won't. I probably think I'll take these 2 out, because those, I mean, they're pretty much the same. The placement of her legs is different in a couple of them, so I think I'm going to put that in the pile of doubles. And then let's see, I have a lot of photos that go this way. So this one, maybe I'll put up there. And then I think, let's see, these are all from this, oh, that's from the next day. These are from the next day. So I have them in here wrong, but you know, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. I think these 2 are the same photo too. Oh, that's really good. I'm printing off doubles of everything. Okay, so I'll put, let's see. So this is me at breakfast time, and she would not leave my side. So I think these other ones I will put on this other side. And I do sometimes worry about them coming off or falling out, but I try not to move them around a lot. And my kids don't really look at my albums. I know it's sad, but that's life, right? That's life. Okay. So I think we'll do this. Okay. So this one is done. And when I pull this page out, I will notice that these two photos don't really go with this side, and then I'll just move them over to that side. So that is totally fine with me. Then next I have this one, so I'll do, I wonder if I could cut this one to 4x4, because if I can cut it to 4x4, I can put it in a page protector like this. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is a 4x6 instead of a 6x4. So I'm not going to cut it down, but I will just put it in there like that. And then these, usually what I do is I will put them in here. And I'm not going to cut them down because that takes too much time right now. And so, and I don't want them to fall out anyway. So it just makes it easier to just put them in here like that. So we'll do that. And then on this other side, we will start putting, let's see, I think this one I want to make a layout of. And I actually have some layouts from this year that I know I've done recently, and I need to find those. Here they are. I found them. This one is actually, I think, a June layout, so I don't know why that one's in the August pile. But this one needs to go, let's see. So I think these two go with that photo. And then, so maybe we'll go, let's see. Actually, these two are a different day, but it's okay because this is August 13th. I don't know. Does it bother you guys like to put things in out of order or anything like that? I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. Okay, so this one we will put here, and then maybe these two there. Okay. And then I'll do this layout, and then this layout this way. Maybe actually I'll go like this. I don't know. And then, see, I have a Scrap Room Buddies layout. And then these are, this is the 21st. This is the 20th. That's the 21st. This was the year of the eclipse. Okay, so I think I need to grab more regular layout protectors. This one is going to be a pain in the arse to put in. Okay, so I'll just put this one in first. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to do this, you guys. It's going to be so annoying. Okay, we can do it, right? We can do it. Cheer me on. I can do it. Don't you love how I say we can do it when it's really just me? I say that a lot in my videos, I notice. Like, we can get this done, or let's do this now. And really, it's just me. Okay. Aha, we did it. You guys gave me moral support. I know you did. Okay. So these are recent layouts. I made all of these, I believe, in May. This was using my May kit. This one was for, this might have actually been April that I made this. Okay, so then we will get another pocket page. Not another pocket page, another just 12 by 12 scrapbook page. And I have so many different random page protectors. Like this one's We Are Memories. I have no idea. This one says American Craft, I guess. I think this one came in one of those old Postbound albums. Okay, I know that I have layouts. Let's see. I don't even remember what day this was. I want to say this was in June, but maybe I'm wrong. No, it wasn't. It must have been in August. But I don't remember what day. So, let's see. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we need some pocket pages in between all of these days. So I found Jonas looking at scrapbooking albums one day. It was awesome. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here because you guys get the basic idea, right? Of how I kind of organize and go through these things. And I don't know how long I've been on here for. And it's already 10 o'clock my time. So I'm going to jump off. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, just kind of watching me put in my process of putting my albums together when I get my photos and everything. It just makes it a little bit easier when I go to Scrapbook because it's already organized. I know where to put the layout when I'm done with it. It just kind of makes it easier for me. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and for being a subscriber. If you are not a subscriber and you are new here, I would love it for you to click that red subscribe button and then click the bell next to it so that you get notifications when I post. I try to post a few times a week. I don't really have a schedule. I am kind of a type A personality and then kind of not. Like I schedule things and they never happen. So yeah, I'm a bad type A person, personality. So I don't really have scheduled videos, but I am pretty excited about July. My friend Hannah and I are going to do a video a day in July, and I'm super excited about that. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you are following so you can see both of us post every day in July. It's going to happen. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, guys. So, I don't remember where I left off last, but I thought I would come back on and kind of show you after I was all done. So, I think I had started putting in these layouts. So I have those two layouts in there, and then I did bring in one of these 4x4. Are they 4x4? I think they are. And I put a ton of photos in there, so these ones I probably will have to like edit those down and then add the extra photos somewhere else. So I have these all put in there, this one, I still need one more layout, and I think I have it somewhere in my room. I don't know where though, so I'll have to find it. But I think I have one that I made soon after this about the eclipse. Okay, so then I put in, and see, once I get towards the end of organizing the photos into the spaces, I stop cutting down the 3x4s and I just stick them all in the 4x6 pockets because I get really bored really fast. So here's this 3-page layout, and then I added in some more of those. I need another layout here. I'm not sure if I have one that I've already scrapped that needs to go there or what. But this is towards the end here of this album. This is the first day of school, which I actually have started the first day of school in a different album, but I decided just to put it here at the end. I also noticed that I had some photos that I had set in the back here that I needed to put up here in the front. So I did come up here to the front and add in, let's see, this. So I had these photos that I had set behind all of my layouts. I don't know why I did that. So I need to make a layout about Piper exploring Jonas's room during that first week. And then I have a layout that I already scrapbooked, and this is a sneak peek. I'm not posting this one for another week or so, or maybe I already posted it, but this one is going to go here on the front of that, and then we'll have the Piper layout. So, but I have to take photos of this one and post it and all that, so I'm not going to put it in there just yet, but I did put a little sticky note in there so that I knew what layout goes there. So that is my layout process after getting my photos and after being done with the layouts and everything. So I am waiting on photos to put in here, and let's see, I think that's all for these first few pages. I have everything all journaled about. This is one of my favorite layouts. So this is the original photo I took back in 2008. Brennan was 2, I believe, and then this is almost 10 years later, and I took the same photo. It's just, I love this comparison one. So I've got all the journaling done on all of these, which makes me so happy because that's one of my goals for this year, is to journal on all my layouts immediately, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm not amazing, but I'm doing pretty good. This album, as you can see, is kind of overflowing, so I am going to have to readjust and put together the albums differently as I start getting more layouts done and things, because I know there's some that I've missed. So I am going to have to go through it again, which is totally fine with me. It's totally fine. Anyway, sorry, I'm organizing my desk as I'm talking to you guys because it's driving me insane. It fell over. I found this fine line applicator bottle. This is totally like squirrel moment, but I had to share this with you guys. So I found this because I've been cleaning up my room the past 2 days and kind of reorganizing it and everything. So I'm going to do a new scrapbooking studio tour soon. I don't know when. I've changed up my desk and everything is basically the same. I've just changed up the organization of my desk. I think that's the biggest thing that I changed. But anyway, so I found this when I was cleaning, and I haven't seen this in probably 2 or 3 years, honestly. And I was expecting it to be fully just hardened, but it wasn't. I was kind of surprised, and I actually just tried using it to glue on a title that came off as I was putting the layout away, and can I just tell you, it hurt my fingers so much to push on this thing. I was never really huge on the fine line applicator bandwagon. I bought one to try it out, and I obviously never used it. This thing is full. I don't know if you can see, but this thing is pretty full. It comes to here, and I would have filled it up, you know, at least to here probably. Um, so I didn't use it very much, but now that I have arthritis, I don't know if I've done an update video for you guys where I told you, but I have psoriasis, I can't talk, psoriatic arthritis, which if you guys have watched my video for years, you'll know I have a lot of skin problems. And I've had some people comment on my videos, like, especially when I first started my channel, they would comment and be like, why are your arms so gross? And it's just like, sorry, that's just my life. And over the years, it's gotten better and better. And this is actually the best that I've been in a long time, how my skin is doing right now. It is kind of breaking out, but not as bad as it normally does. Anyway, long story short, I finally got diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis. And basically, my doctor was telling me that I have psoriasis, and the way my body deals with my arthritis is that it gives me psoriasis. So it makes my body break out, and in really itchy patches and just sores and everything. The sores have actually gone down a lot. So I don't get sores as much. And I think the sores were just like stress based. Because when I first started getting, like, having this, I had a lot of problems in my life. And I'm not going to go into details or anything right now, but I think it came on because of stress. And I think I've probably had arthritis for quite a while. It just flared up really bad this last year. And I started the diagnosis process, gosh, I want to say it was back in, let's see, November of last year, maybe sooner. Maybe it was September. Anyway, it started towards the end of last year, and I finally got a diagnosis in January of this year. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm just in the mood to talk apparently, but it hurt so bad to squeeze this. Like, I was like clenching it so hard, and my fingers like are super sore now. So I think I'm gonna go to bed because it's already 10:30. Oh, 10:45. Yikes. Mark went to bed 40 minutes ago. So I'm gonna go to bed. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different, but I'm super excited to be getting so close to finishing my albums, my 2017 albums. So I'm gonna run. I will see you guys later. Bye.